Hello, I'm talking to you guys about Chapter 3 of It's the Way You Say It, Becoming Articulate, Well-Spoken, and Clear. The title of the chapter is Developing a Dynamic Voice, and the book is by Dr. Carol A. Fleming. So what I intend to cover in this presentation is a little bit of background on Dr. Fleming, the point of the textbook, Chapter 3 and its goals, Dr. Fleming's tips for creating more variation in your voice, and my issues and how I'm addressing them. So Dr. Carol Fleming is a voice trainer. She is the founder of Sound of Your Voice consultancy firm, and she's the creator of the audio series The Sound of Your Voice and the Serious Business of Small Talk. So her entire professional life is centered on helping other people learn how to communicate more effectively. The point of the book is to help readers recognize how they actually speak as opposed to how they think they speak. We often are not very good at figuring out exactly how we sound to other people since we're kind of in our own heads. This book also gives tips on how to conquer some specific common speech issues, and it's set up to give readers greater confidence in public or informal speaking events. So it's actually a really great book for this. Chapter 3 is all about developing a dynamic voice, and it addresses issues with sing-song speech, monotone speech, recognizing how tone can impact meaning. Sometimes we'll talk to someone about something and we'll be very careful choosing our words, but they don't understand what we actually meant because our tone of voice didn't match what we were saying. So the book also, chapter 3 also helps with placing emphasis on syllables and words correctly, and it looks at youthful sounding speech and how that often looks, or rather sounds, to other people. So some tips for sounding awesome from Dr. Fleming are to get involved in drama, music, or dancing that builds your confidence. Listening to the emphasis of other people's speech, especially people that you admire or radio host, someone who's very dynamic, then you should go and mimic those speech patterns and record your own attempts to kind of sound more like them. And then you should listen to a recording of your practice attempts, have someone else also listen to it. Sometimes we don't catch things very well, and it's always good to have a great friend who can be telling you that you sound awesome, you sound so much better, or they can say, well, this one part sounded great, but the rest was kind of and you should work on it. So it's always good to have an extra pair of ears to listen in to what you're working on. It's also helpful to write down stress markers on presentations that you know you're giving. That way you are aware of where that stress should fall. And you should also work on training yourself to take deeper breaths from lower in your abdomen so that you have more speaking power, and you should speak through your chest as opposed to through your throat. That will give you a lot more power and emphasis that you can put into sounding more dynamic. My own issues are with sounding monotone, speaking either too slowly or too quickly. And so what I intend to do is to join my church's choir, which will get me to sing more frequently, give me more material that I can look at and sing to, and also give me more opportunities to build my confidence as I sing in front of other people. And hopefully this will also help me determine what pitch my voice should be at. If choir doesn't do it, then there are tips from Dr. Fleming in Chapter 3 that tell you how to figure out which pitch you need to be at. And I am also writing in stress indicators for oral presentations because sometimes I get so wrapped up in what I need to say that I forget how I should say it. So even in this presentation, I have stress indicators written so that I know where I need to put a little bit more emphasis, although I may have gotten it wrong. But I hope that this video was at least somewhat interesting. I look forward to your feedback and to watching your videos and hope that y'all are having a great semester.